Alright, this is Mike and Mike here from J2FIT. We're going to go over today now the deadlift for the Delta division of CMC 2015. Little tricks and tips here to get you some extra reps in the pit. So it's a 90-second AMRAP. You want to be careful here because this seems very easy, but you can very easily blow out the lower back and get some fatigue, and that's going to affect you later on in the race, especially also in the next step of the pit, which is your thrusters that you can watch in the other video. So we're actually going to do two different variations of your deadlift today. Depending on how long your legs are, depending on what you feel most comfortable with, and you have some time to practice, we're going to go over the sumo deadlift, which is a wide stance, which Mike here is going to show you as well, and then more traditional deadlift. Both are going to be with a mixed grip, so you can save your grip, and we'll go through it. So first we're going to start off with the sumo deadlift. So how Mike wants to get set up here is, depending on your hip flexibility, you're going to try and drive the feet out. Now the pro of this is that the wider the stance, you're going to cut down on the distance the bar has to travel vertically, which is more efficient patterning. So as you can see here, Mike has been practicing with this semi-wide stance. So he wants to make sure he has his toes out. That's going to allow the hips to open up. That's going to do a little more for the glutes. It's going to save more of the hamstrings. And then he's going to get a little bit more of the quad activation here. So he's going to be in a more upright vertical position, saving his lower back and a nice straight path. So he wants to make sure when he goes down, he's not loading his hips like a typical deadlift. He's not driving his hips back. He's actually, and we'll show it from the side here, what he's doing is he's driving his knees out, keeping his hips as close to the bar as he can. He wants to make sure he's trapping the lats, pulling the elbows back behind him. He's up, driving hips forward, and he's right back down, and he's right back up there. Good, making sure he's staying tight and packed in the shoulder blades. Mike, let's spin the bar around and show him from the other way. So what we can see here is he's not driving his hips back on the load. He's actually opening the floor with his feet. Nice vertical back, nice and vertical, and he's pulling through, driving his butt cheeks to the bar. This is going to be a lot more glute activation, save the lower back, a little more quad work. So depending on your strength, we advise you to try both and see what works best.
All right, we're going to go through the more traditional deadlift. So Mike there is going to go ahead and line his feet up in line with his hips, maybe even a bit more narrow if he feels comfortable there. All right, you still want to turn your toes out just a bit to get some more activation from the glutes. But over here, when he comes down and tries to grab this bar, he's going to have his hand outside of his feet. We're still going to go with the alternating grip. There you go. Good. So now, as you can see, when he lines up, he's going to actually shift his weight back just a bit more, trying to keep that chest down, making sure the lats are still locked. Now, when he comes up, he's going to drive his knees out, still trying to keep his weight back. So when he pulls on up, go ahead. Good. As you can see, the knees start to push out just a little bit, trying to keep those shins vertical. This right here is going to save him from doing a straight leg deadlift, which is going to actually tense up his back if he's trying to do high repetition here. So let's go ahead and turn that bar so you can see. All right, feet are in line with the hips, toes turned out, hands just outside the knees, and boom. As you can see, his hips are still getting pulled back a little bit. Good, and this way, use those hamstrings, lock in the lats, and rep these bad boys out.
There we go. So those are your tips and tricks from J2FIT on your 90-second AMRAP for your deadlift of the Delta division.